We're going to move on from that less than spectacular presentation to the state of the roster of WCW. So let's talk about this. You have on top Ric Flair. He's your WCW champion. You got Rick Rude. He's your international world champion. Both of them are being chased. Flair by Vader, Rude by Sting. Then the Boss, as we discussed last week, he's toward the top of the card after a career-making run in WWF. He's going to be inserted in the main event and semi-main event picture for the next several months. We'll be talking about him. And then joining the Boss on the babyface side, listen to this lineup, Arn. You got Dustin Rhodes, Ricky Steamboat, Brian Pillman. Then you have Steve Austin. He's the reigning U.S. champion. He's having excellent matches and finding himself at the top of the card in matches against the Boss, Dustin Rhodes and Pillman. You have Ron Simmons as a heel after claiming that the fans have turned their backs on him. And then over in the tag team division, you got Max Payne. He's joined Cactus Jack. They're going after the tag team titles of the Nasty Boys. You got Pretty Wonderful, who we talked about last week, Roma and Orndorff. They're regularly featured. They're facing guys like Bagwell and Scorpio. So after I've laid all that out, Arn, because while the roster looks similar to the previous year, there are a couple new additions that are really enjoying a great deal of success here in January in 94. And we're going to start with Austin because he and Pillman, they had been tag champions, and he would go on to become the U.S. champion at 1993 at Starrcade. And as the U.S. champion, man, he's got to be that natural challenger to Ric Flair's title. He's been featured in a number of high-profile matches at this point. But, buddy, Hogan's going to be coming to WCW in July. And so I don't know. What specifically was it about Austin where enough people believed he was someone who could be the guy? Was it his work, his promo, his backstage demeanor? Let's talk about Austin a little bit.
Workhorse. Machine, a lot of energy in all of his matches. Good solid work, good look. And Austin was way ahead on psychology for a guy that had been in the business not that long. I mean, if you really think about it, I don't know how long at that point, but just a few years, right?
Yeah.
He was catching on. He was destined